It's time for Florida State football. This is the Jimbo Fisher Show, presented by First Commerce Credit Union. The Jimbo Fisher Show is brought to you by First Commerce Credit Union. Now that's local strong. The Florida Lottery, over $28 billion and counting to education. Just imagine. The Florida Department of Transportation. Drive sober or get pulled over. The energy-saving conservation programs of Tico People's Gas. Coke Zero. You don't know zero till you've tried it. SunTrust, the official bank of Florida State Athletics. Ram Trucks. More people are driving Ram trucks than ever before. Guts, glory, Ram. Nick's Toggery, provider of Coach Fisher's wardrobe.
Hello and welcome to the Jimbo Fisher Show. Tom Block along with Coach Fisher. Coach, congratulations. You get back on track with a hard-fought win that your team really showed a lot of guts and character to come back and beat NC State.
They really did. I thought we played hard in the game, thought we competed, made some mistakes early and put some things out there for them. They took advantage of and got ahead, but our kids kept their poise in the game and did a really nice job of fighting back through the game and taking control of it. I think we grew up a lot yesterday.
You knew as soon as that Clemson game ended, as much as you guys left on the field in Clemson, South Carolina, that it was going to be a challenge last week to get this team ready to go. And then when you fall behind early in the game, doubt can creep in. So how was it that this team was able to not let that affect them and ultimately get the win?
You know, we said all week, we talked about class and character. I thought, you know, the end of this season is going to test your class and character about how much what you stand for, who you are. You know, all right, you can't win the ACC, but what does that have anything to do with it? You got to go play the games, play well, have a great season. And I think and then to get behind like they did, I think they truly showed class and character in what they did, and very proud of our kids.
And obviously, Sean McGuire gave your team a big lift when he came in. He scored the first 4 possessions once he entered the game.
He did. We got juice. We got in rhythm. He gave us a little bit of energy and made some really tough throws in some tight situations with some pressure on him. And then we got confidence. And then we hit the deep ball. Then they loosened up. Then the running game came, and it all just started falling in place for us.
Turns into a happy homecoming for Florida State as the Noles get a 34-17 win over NC State. We'll get to the first half highlights right after this. Welcome back to the Jimbo Fisher Show. Coach, you come back home, you get NC State for homecoming. Good crowd, great weather. Coach Bowden back for the game. A lot of stuff going on, obviously.
It really was. It was great to see Coach. He looks great. Great crowd, great for the homecoming. You know, great homecoming there for everybody. Get to, you know, see all their friends and remember why they love Florida State. And, of course, we were able to play a good football game. So, in a beautiful day. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better day to play football. And,
obviously, NC State, you well aware of how talented this team is. They gave you fits last year, gave Clemson fits earlier this year.
They really are. They're always skilled. They had a great defensive front, very good defensive team. Offensively, great quarterbacks and playmakers on that side. We start off poorly. We have Reed on the coverage. He's got to dump it off right over there, and he sees the coverage and it's not throwing the pick, but then, you know, just saw it too late, and then just a tough play, just a bad break right off the bat. And our defense does a great job here, holding them to a field goal. Great job. Thought we controlled the line of scrimmage all day long, you know, as far as our defensive line did. I think they did a great job in that. Great job stringing out that power run play that the people have been running on us, and Terrence Smith there making plays. Derwin James had an outstanding day. DeMarcus Walker, you see here, this is a nice throw on third down, got some pressure, covered a tight end, forced him to a field goal, and that's all you could ask of our defense right there. Tremendous job by them.
Well, they got faced with a lot of sudden change.
They did. Right here, get a little naked route, get a little boot. They're coming out here, finding Ryan Izzo. Caught a nice ball. Ryan, again, had another solid game. Nice run up inside. And right here, we on 3rd and 1, what happens, the tackle trips and clogs the hole up with the fullback, and then we bounce outside to an unblocked safety, and that's what caused us to have it. I mean, he just tripped on one of our players' feet. But right here, great job, DeMarcus Walker, 1 or 2 sacks on the day. Boy, he's playing outstanding football. Niall Lawrence did a great job right there. Everything on the edge, setting the run. There's Reggie Northup. There's DeMarcus Brutus. See the edges. Everybody just kept bouncing, playing great gap control, keeping great leverage on the football. Here they're trying to sprint off the goal line. We're covering the route. Do a great job pursuing from behind. Derwin James did a great job of that all day long. Really nice play right there. There's Nate Andrews, again, always playing great ball. And then I'm going to tell you what, this Bobo we did a better job on our hold-ups on the punt. Bobo took advantage of it. We've been working on it extremely hard. It paid off in the kicking game. We won the field position battle in a lot of those situations.
They were the top punt return, punt coverage team in the ACC.
Yeah, and we did a great job there. Very proud. We're inches. If our tight end didn't give up, it's a hair. He did a great block. About 2 more inches, Dalvin could have hit that seam and just scored on the first one. Blocked everybody here. Great job by Freddie and the guys, and go to punch it in there real quick after the punt return. And great job by Dalvin. Again, had an outstanding day, another 138 yards. Congratulations to him for breaking the all-time single-season school record with against Warwick Dunn's record. Great job by him. But you know what he's worried about? The team. He didn't care about those things. Great tackle here by Brewer. That quarterback draw a couple times. Jacoby come out of there and did a nice job. There's Derek Noddy getting pressure. Good coverage right there by Jalen Ramsey. Contesting throws. We did that all day long. And I'm going to tell you now, that quarterback, he got hit in that game. Had a nice little sprint out. They have a nice drive here. After this one here, they take the one drive of the game here. They go 75 yards down the field, and they do a mix and run. We got out of the gap right there. But Jalen making a nice tackle on the sideline. Did a real nice job. Trying to get pressure on the quarterback. We did. There you go. Great job inside. There's DeMarcus Walker. There's Marcus Christmas. Terrence Smith on the deal. Now, they had a little flea flicker. We actually have it covered really nice, but he just back shoulder threw it and made a really nice throw. The guy's a good player. It was just an excellent play by them. Here they run the power play down there. You see Reggie filling up in there, sticking it up in there, trying to stop it. Now they run the quarterback counter. They got the edge just a hair, but I'm going to tell you, Derwin dumped him. He did it twice. Derwin caught him twice. And Kobe's a big boy to be doing that too. Great throw by them on 3rd and 3. They found a little out route right there. They get a little dump it out to a flare right here. Good leverage by Terrence. Guys tackling well. Jalen, the guys all doing a nice job. DeMarcus even chasing inside out on the ball. Our defense, we chased the ball really hard yesterday. Good job. Quarterback counter right here, trying to power it up inside with a draw type thing. And Noddy and the guys and Terrence and everybody making nice plays. Now here they got us on they got us in a bunch and got the backer picked off and got the free flat route and got up. There we run a bootleg. You got to keep coming. We got to keep booting out right there. We got to be careful throwing that ball down the middle. Got to keep coming. Here, really nice slant throw there. We missed a block up inside, and he took a shot. And a nice catch by Travis Rudolph, and Everett standing right here. Then makes a 3rd down throw, throws a little bit behind him, and Bobo right here has got to go get that thing. I mean, I know it was a little bit behind, but he come around us to get it, but bad possession there, and we turned it over on 3rd down. Now we have a missed tackle by Derwin James and a face mask. He missed the tackle and got a face mask, and they got the momentum of the game. They're doing well. There's a power play. DeMarcus and those guys doing a good job inside there on that one, particular one. Here they run the quarterback draw back up inside, but we kind of stop it, but they get 3 or 4 yards and get down to that one, and they push it on the sneak and big bodies, and we got to get down lower. And we see that sneak formation. Our down guys got to get through the legs of those offensive linemen and knock it back. Here we run a bootleg. They got pressure on that side. Everett does a nice job here tucking the ball, creating plays with his legs down the sideline. Really nice job. It was great to see Coach here in between quarters. And Coach said, "Why you always let these guys get ahead of you?" I said, "You got any suggestions?" He said, "No, it's all yours, buddy." It's great to see him. He just, always so supportive of the program and what we're doing and trying to carry on his legacy. Here we have a little quarterback run, and we couldn't get to the backer. They had a nice play and made the play. Here it is. Nice 3rd down throw right here. Now, you talk about throwing it right and got hit right in the mouth. Everett did. There's Kermit, one of his catches. I think he had 117 yards on the day and 6 catches and 2 touchdowns. Now, this play right here, if we get this is the one we popped earlier, and we thought we lost Dalvin there with an ankle, but he caught it before he went down. That one could have scored. We should have scored on that play. Here's Everett on 3rd down. Could have saw the tight end earlier, but he scrambled, kept his eyes up, did a real nice job. Izzo caught a nice scramble play right there, and really nice job. Now we pop a run right here, trying to get one anyway down in that red zone, and they did a nice job. And here's 2nd down, and we get this throw right here. The guy makes. We have the corner. The post right inside, but their guy got up and got his hand on it, tipped it, and made a heck of a play. But now, here's where we start playing football. They did a great job there on the edge. That's a little fast guy. That guy's got some speed. DeMarcus had him, and we got to support the edge outside. But they start moving the ball a little bit, but we end up stopping. Good job by Terrence. Great job by our defense, hanging into the offense, found its rhythm. That's why I was very proud. These guys they weren't complaining about it. They said, "Hey, let me go do my job and take care of things and get it. They'll get it right on offense," and they knew it. Here, great job getting pressure, making that ball come out. But they made a nice throw. They pushed the big tight end, bodied up the safety, and knocked him out of there. And got to play, and here they're running the ball down inside. Nice job right there with Derek Hoskins sticking his nose up in there, making a nice play. Brutus and Walker and Josh Sweat had another nice game. Here they dump it outside. We got to see that. Derek's got to see that and trigger a little bit quicker. When they brought that motion, he's got to widen with that and take it away. Here we go. Now there's Derwin and Jalen getting after him. And then we really started pressuring the quarterback here. So they couldn't get that. They had a double move on, which is going to be tough to play in zero coverage. But we got the pressure and got to the quarterback first. And nice job here. Bobo, again, this big punt return. Now watch this play right here by Shamar. See that? 30 right there. Instead of getting a clip, he just stopped, pulled his hands up, never moved, didn't clip the guy. Extremely intelligent play. Now we run the counter coming back. Boy, this play, this is inches from coming out of there. One to the safety, but nice run. We started getting momentum here. The guys, what they started doing on offense just kept competing in the game. Nice job on his 3rd down pickup here. Bobo getting inside on the slant. Bobo had a career high 7 catches on the day. playing good football. And look at that. Sean standing in there delivering it. I'm going to cut that grass on Kermit. That daggone stuff's getting too high, and it's getting up to his knees, and I think it's tripping him. You know, we got to keep him up. Now, we run the stretch play here, and then, of course, we get him to the secondary, and then, of course, the rest is Dalvin, you know, typical Dalvin, and that's a big play. Big drive to get us back to a 3-point game right before the half and get some momentum back on our side. Great job of the offensive line blocking right there. Everybody up front, Eberle and Big Rod and Kareem R back at guard there. You had Maverick at the other guard, and the other tackle, and Wilson Bell at guard. Those guys doing a great job. Here now they sprint out right before half. Nice tackle right there by Derwin. We got to set the edge out there. Javion kind of went a little deep right there. He should have been out there in the flat. But they're moving the football right here. And at 17-14, we don't need them to get any more points right here. And we need to set them down, and here we do. We get the pressure. They run the quarterback draw, and Derwin catches him right there. And I'm going to tell you, that one hurt now. He tried to jump, and then Derwin caught him perfectly, near leg, near shoulder, just like you teach a tackle, and made a great play. And then they tried on the edge, Javion Elliott, who had 2 tackles for loss as a nickelback. Got hurt a little bit right there, but what a heck of a play he did on the. I tell you what, that guy plays with tremendous enthusiasm. Now, we get the ball back right before the half, and you start a drive here. It's about 3.5 minutes to go. We're backed up. We know we're going to go in 2 minutes here. We get some yardage, and here he is, Sean making good decisions, just getting the ball to players, and there's Travis Rudolph getting some yak yards, getting north-south, 6-8 yards a pop, doing a good job. Look at Sean standing right in there in protection. Excellent job on the blitz read. We could have picked that up a little better. We had a big-time play. We got the interference call. Sean coming back right here, hits a nice crossing route to Bobo. We just keep the momentum. We got in a rhythm right here. Great job at yak yards and running. Stops that clock on getting that first down. And then pop a little 6-8 yard route out there. They're blitzing us, but we're getting the ball out of our hand, getting it to playmakers, doing a real nice job. You can see they're constantly pressuring. Nice job on third down to Sean, stepping aside some pressure and finding the lane. Bobo tiptoeing on the side. That's great work right there by Bobo. Really nice work. But Sean right here, again, keeping the ball up. Him and Bobo finding little plays. Just ad-lib it in the game, and that's what being a football player is about. And we are able to come down and get this is huge. Get the field goal, just went right in right there, and get it 17-17 before the half, which was critical, and scored on 2 straight drives. And scoring that time right before half is always big, as you know.
You've talked a lot about Bobo Wilson this year, and we saw a lot of them right there on that drive as one of the leaders. And Sean, you could just feel it. To me, it was reminiscent of a couple weeks earlier against Syracuse. You could feel the life and the energy come back into the sideline in the stadium. It
did. Once we made a few plays and got in the rhythm, and guys said, you know something, we can do this. Let's just get our confidence. And some of those young guys, then they started quit thinking and worrying and started playing. They started competing in the game and just their natural instincts coming out and what they'd done in practice. And you saw their athletic ability and started doing all the little things.
Big play of the first half goes to your big star running back, Dalvin Cook. You already mentioned he passes work done for the single-season rushing lead, but that 30-yard touchdown he had is really when you were right back into the game.
It really was, and it broke it back, got it back 17-14, and the type of run it was. When you get those big plays, it just swings momentum, and you get juice in your team, you get energy, and he did that for us. And we blocked it well, then he finished it.
Able to carry momentum into the second half as well, which we will see in just a little bit. 17 all at intermission, and there's more of the Jimbo Fisher Show in just a moment. Stay with us.
Undefeated Season in Review is presented by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
Play action. Kyle looks over the middle on first down, has a man complete. Out near midfield is the top receiver. Walford loses the ball. The tight end dropped it, and Florida State picks it up. Tyler Hunter on the recovery. Third and long. Fires over the middle, a catch made by Wilson, who stays on his feet. Great balance, and is into Miami territory. Second down handoff to Cook, who breaks free. Tremendous speed, cuts it back, and is gone.
We've watched these guys play before. At the flip of a switch, it happens like that.
Milk this clock a little bit. Play action on first down. Winston chased but delivers complete. Erman Lane, the freshman, breaks free. Erman Lane down inside the 30 with his first catch of the night. right down the middle, as almost all of his field goals are. From 43 yards out, young career from this distance from 29 yards, but hooks this one. Second and long, Winston fires over the middle. Catch made by Whitfield, running free. Still running down inside the 10. Second down throw in traffic. Nice completion to Standish Dover. Ball still loose on the ground, and Florida State falls on it. Nate Andrews.
A lot of zone. Force you to be patient.
Winston floats it. Caught by Rudolph. Shakes a tackle. Driven out near midfield.
Inside handoff. It's down to Cook again. Cook makes the tackle. He breaks the tackle inside the 15. 10-3 to the 5. Touchdown FSU. Dalvin Cook, second touchdown. And the Noles lead for the first time of the game with 3:05 remaining. Here's the snap. Here comes the pressure. Here comes against the pass away. Seaver intercepted. Picked off by Ramsey. Slides down. Game is going to be won by your Florida State Seminoles. With 39 seconds left, Jalen Ramsey, who has played a whale of a game, comes up with the biggest play of the season. Florida State extends the longest win streak in college football to 26 in a row.
Undefeated Season in Review is presented by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
Welcome back to the Jimbo Fisher Show. So a 17-all tie at the half, and you know NC State's going to get the ball to start, so you got to slow them down and then try to grab the lead.
It really was very important to get a great kickoff coverage team here, get a great kick by Roberto, get down and set the tone on defense, and then on offense, get the ball and go score points. And we talked to them. Halftime, there's been some halftimes I've been upset. I was excited this halftime because we had shot ourselves in the foot 2 or 3 times in that first half, give them every reason to be way ahead. Our kids battled back where they were, and I told them they're exactly where they want to be. Now you got to finish this game, and you're going to grow up a lot today. And was very proud of that at the end of that first half and how we come out and started and played the rest of this football game. Great job. Now I'm going to tell you, 9-3. You talk about 2 guys and get the football in a hurry. They can find Josh Sweat. That's a great redirection and get out there on the edge, and then right there. And they hit that third. That's the big. Actually, they had a big third down conversion right here, which is critical. That was crucial. Wish we could have got there. That's a shame right there. Now they tried a shot play down the field. And a great job by Derwin James. That nice coverage. There they are standing in there throwing. Great play right there by Nate Andrews. Boy, he come in there and played in the dime position, did a great job making the plays. And we got him off the field after that 1 first down. And then Bobo comes back. Right, we were just inches. It just fell off that block, and we had a big time another return set up right there. But you can see his energy trying to come out. Now we mix it up, get a little pony action, get the 2 tailbacks in the game. Because Freddie's out of the game. You remember, we lost our fullback in that game right there, which is critical. And so Dalvin goes to the block and roll a lot. There's a lot of times right there, some of those blocks that 9 hadn't done a lot. So Dalvin's, hey, you run the ball, and that tells you what kind of player he is. But Dalvin's going to get his carries. You can bank on that. So we get a nice inside zone, and we're mixing here. Nice run pass mix up. Nice, getting out of our hands in rhythm, playing in rhythm, mixing the deep ball in. Great job by Bobo on third down, picking up those critical third downs. But we had them in third and makeable. 3rd and 3s and 4s were a lot easier to make. Now there's Kermit doing what Kermit does. Boy, that's a great job by him. Just finding yards and space. And that's what he is. That's who he is. A nice job here. He read the other side, come back to Dalvin on another critical third down. You see Dalvin's hands right there, bending down and making so many plays. Just helps you in so many, blocking, catching, whatever it is. Now we hit the nice double move right here. Sean sticks it in there in the hole. Bobo takes a shot. Got to make a play, get in the red zone. Big time deal. Big time deal. Now right here we had it, just a little screen play. Probably should have handed that one off. They were a little bit tight in coverage right there. Should have went ahead and handed that. And here we play action on 2nd down. They've got it covered in the back of the end zone. Sean does a nice job. Get rid of it. We're 3rd down. Here's one we wish we had back right here. Sean reads 1, 2. It's his 3rd read. He comes down. We find it. Got the hole right there for Ehrman to get up inside. And he just got a little anxious, and he'll get it next time. He played a good game, and You know, we'll get him going next time. But we got a field goal out. Disappointing. We should have had a touchdown right there. But, hey, we still go down and take the lead, and it's the first time besides the 7-3 that we had the lead. Nice kickoff right here and great coverage. We get it down here. Boy, guys just flying to that football. You can see their bodies just, I mean, Lorenzo Phillips in there making a nice play. See George Campbell, Shamar Kilby-Lane, those young guys. Here they are in the sprint out trying to, this is a heck of a catch. You thought we played this pretty good. That guy made a catch exactly like that against Clemson, almost that same play. It was amazing. Guy's a really good player. I thought right there is Javion, beating the block and one-on-one. That's what you got to do. Make plays. Beat blockers. You can make plays when you're unblocked, but you got to make them when you're blocked too. There he is again. And there's what? Causes the fumble. Gets the tackle right there, causes that one. Now we get the strip. Derwin James gets the play. To me, that's the big play of the second half because we had momentum. We popped the first run right here. We get out there running the football, and it's great to see big guy Jaquez out there running that football again. And then we get a little play action off that same run. Now we got the run going. Now we get play action. They blitz us. They bust the coverage in the secondary. Boom, there we go. There we go. Get Kermit in the end zone. Sean, it's a second read on the play. Makes a nice read. We protected it well, got in the end zone, and now we're up two scores and big. Now we got to go get 3 scores up. Now this is the one that's disappointing. We had this covered very well. We didn't get off blocks. We had 2 guys took the wrong lane on the backside and give them a seam. We should have crossed over. We could have had them down there about the 10, 12-yard line. And they start moving the ball, but that defense, they didn't give up about 69, 70 yards the whole second half. I mean, did one heck of a job. There you go, till the end, besides that one drive. And then they pick up a third down here. They get a nice shot. Tight end's a good player now. He's a tough matchup guy by size. And they get a little sprint out. They're sprinting the pocket, trying to move it. And right there, Javion Elliott, good coverage again. Being in the right place at the right time. This guy's doing one heck of a job. Now get pressure right there. Josh Sweat, he missed a sack. But there's Derwin James and DeMarcus Walker got in on that play. And both those guys just keep making play after play. Now Derwin, now we get a pop. Now we're getting the run game going again. Moving it back and forth. Here we go. Now they had a hold call, grab the tight end on a blitz, and we got to be careful when we're throwing that one. But then get a nice little hitch right out here, get the drive going, get back to Travis. A real nice play. Now this is the one Sean wants back. See, right there, the guy was so open, going to pick up the 3rd and 1 or 2, and he got his hands below his shoulder and got to get up on top of that ball and he tried to throw it too easy. He's got to throw the ball, just like the guy's tightly covered. And trying not to miss him, that's what's going to happen. And that was a critical mistake in the game. We did 2 drives right here. We did that, and we threw the pick down here after we got a big yardage, and that was the only times we didn't score in the second half. Good play right there by Marquez White. Really good play. Guys are contesting every throw. Guys getting pressure on the quarterback, throwing it up there. That's that little swing route they had gotten on us last week at Clemson. We had the right call on. Great job by Javion Elliott getting in the deal, getting pressure on him. See, constantly making him move. I mean, constantly making him move and getting hits. Even when he's throwing the ball, he's still getting hit. Now he popped the inside zone, run up in there, get 3 or 4 yards, got to play physical, run north-south. Sean comes back here. Really nice dump off. Reads it off the backside of a route. I mean, Dalvin's inches right there from coming out. That's the thing about him. You get him that ball out there in the passing game, too. Now we pop a stretch run right here. Got to be careful. Right there. There we go. Dalvin on the edge. Good push, good blocks. Doing what we have to do. Now we have a play action. We just get the seam route. We have a one-on-one. Sean's got, here's what I told him. It was going to have a chance. The pressure should not have been there. We should have had it blocked perfectly. But when you feel it, get rid of it. It's 1st and 10 right there. There's no sense to try and hold it. And that's one I wish you could have got rid of just a little earlier. We got to make the block. But the guys there going in the 4th quarter, 10-point lead, come out and won that 3rd quarter. Now we got to go win the 4th. There we go, getting pressure. Great job. Now we miss a tackle. One of the few missed tackles. Tell you what we're doing so much better this year, tackling. Tackling in space so much better. Great job on 3rd down. There's that guy, Nate Andrews. Come on the blitz, read it. Couldn't get there, so he stopped, got his hands up, batted the ball. Now here we had the little eye discipline on the backside. We talked about having a fake punt. We knew they was going to do something. And we knew what to do. We just didn't. We had a poor eye violation right there and got us in trouble. Excellent job right here. Pressure, got a blitz. He forced Jacoby out. Now look at big Giorgio Newberry out there running with him. That's 310 pounds cutting off the edge of a guy and really getting out there and doing a real nice job. Sean coming back on a play action, dumping it inside, being real patient. Sean just made good decisions on the day. Just real good decisions, distributing the ball. We had a low reverse. They had a blitz, but hey, you know something? Take that reverse, stick it up inside for 5 yards. That was a really nice job. Those things don't always have to go for big plays. Now we hit the zone play. Now they overrun it. Jaquez cuts it back, gets it north-south, get 4 or 5 yards out of that. Then we get the short yardage. That's at 4th and 1. We say, you know something? I'm tired. If we can't make 6 inches, we don't deserve to win the daggone game. And we went out there and did it. Good run by Dalvin. Good hard run right here. This was critical what we did here. Just keep pounding this football, eating clock and moving, getting ready close to points. They brought the blitz. Sean found the one-on-one. He had options on both sides. He liked Kermit's leverage, which is perfect. Their guy actually, I don't know if he hurt his leg or something on that play when he broke out right. You watch him.
Yeah, he went down.
I don't know what happened, and that's a shame for them. But, you know, It was a lucky break for us, but we had going to have the completion for the first down, but just a big play right there by Kermit. Right there, guys, again, getting the quarterback, coverage sacks right there. We had pressure sacks. We had everybody getting to it. Now watch right here. Boy, you take a shot. That was a green dog right there by the linebacker. His guy blocked, so he took off and came, and he made a heck of a hit on the quarterback. Here we are on the corner blitz. Jalen and Derwin and Giorgio Newberry, those guys. I mean, after you get hit so many times as a quarterback, it affects you. I don't care how good or how big you are. Now, this is a drive I'm proud of. We get the ball back about 8 or 9 minutes to go, and we just basically eat it down to about 2 minutes and just keep pounding the ball. That's when you become a good football. Jacquez takes a shot right there. We just keep moving. There's Derwin to get a little stretch play, get that ball outside in space. And he's inches right here. Watch him deliver the blow right there. He's inches from coming right back and breaking that one. But we're eating clock, getting in field goal range. Here he is, inches again from scoring. Great job by the offensive line. Offensive line did next. This got better and better as the game went on. They're a great work in progress. Jacquez is doing a good job right here, running hard. Just proud of the effort. You can see him just scratching and clawing for every daggone yard they get. Guys in there, and this was a physical football game, folks. I'm going to tell you. Fourth down here, we didn't make it, missed a block, and it ended up being a fumble. We had him stopped anyway, but still, we got it down. We ate about 6 minutes off the clock. It was a 3-score game. Why take a chance on the field goal? They've been getting some pressure, not get one blocked and run it back. So we said, heck with it. We'll just try to pick it up. If we don't, we'll make them go 80 yards, and there's 2 minutes to go, and they got to score 3 times. So good job by our defense of milking the clock as they went down. There's a couple plays here we let them get out. We should have done a better job of. But right here's one. See, Marquez has help behind him. He needs to sit on that route a lot better. Here they get down the red zone to 3rd or 4th down. A great job here. Guys hustling. You know something? This, to me, epitomized the day. No matter what happened, we got the game in hand. You can say, give him a touchdown. Don't. But you know what? Our defense didn't want to do it. I think that play by Javion Elliott getting a turnover, and this play right here by our defense, to me, was as big a play because this here said about an attitude and a culture about how we want to play, and guys playing every play and not quitting to the end.
Coach, well, let's continue that conversation right there. Those big plays, Javion, who's a remarkable story as a walk-on with the way he's producing, but then just the will at the end to not give up a cheap touchdown, big plays in the second half.
It is. You have pride in how you play. It doesn't matter what. If you were winning or losing the game, it does not matter. Why if they're playing to play it like it's your last. Play it like it's your last. Put your heart and soul into it, and it creates a culture. It creates a mindset about how you want to play the game of football. And if you don't have that mindset just like that, you're never going to be as successful as you want to be.
I know you were pleased that you felt your team took a big step forward with what they did. At the end of the day, and you have not turned the ball over a lot this year, but that's a 5-turnover game that you won going away.
Exactly right, and that's more than we had all year. And at the same time, what the defense can do, and they weren't complaining. They said, okay, offense, you'll get it together. And all the offense goes from have 440 yards, I think, or 30 or something like that in the last 3 quarters, and win at 27-0. That was against the 9th-ranked defense in the country. Mm-hmm. And after and our defense was playing and just played it the whole game. Yeah. They just dominated that game at the line of scrimmage. And the secondary, tackling, we're doing such a better job at leverage on the ball, guys and assignments, and you can see their confidence just growing and growing. And I'm going to say our kicking game, the punt return game improved. They were the #1 team in the conference of covering punts. Mm-hmm. We kicked the ball off and covered extremely well. One time they got a little ball out. We had a 43-yard net punt, so we controlled field position, did a great job. We did it even in Clemson game. We pinned them back a lot. So we're growing in a lot of areas that I think are really going to pay dividends down the stretch of this season and all the way into the future of what we're going to do.
We'll talk about the stretch of this season, specifically this week's opponent, when we come back. Stay with us on the Jimbo Fisher Show.
Jacob Pugh, Dade City, Florida, sophomore, outside linebacker. The first game I ever played was it was a little league game. I actually played running back, so I was just about the biggest one on the field. My mom, she encouraged me a lot, and she stuck by my side from day one. So that's somebody that just holds a special place in my heart. Moving from down there to up here, it was a big change. It was a bigger city, a lot more people. My mom said she was like, you're not gonna regret this, because at first when I moved, I had a lot of doubt. I wanted to go back. I wanted to go back and be back with my people I was comfortable with, So my mom, she told me, she was like, trust me, she was like, I'll never lead you the wrong way. And ever since I got up here, I started doing good, beginning to gain, you know, a lot of confidence in being up here. Oh man, I mean, in Tallahassee there's a lot of Florida State fans, so, and signing in front of my school, we had a lot of Florida State fans within school. So I mean, it was just a big moment in my life, signing a letter of intent. My first game was last year when we played Oklahoma State. I actually got to play, and it was running out of tunnel with my team. It was just like a dream come true. I mean, when I caught my first interception, Notre Dame game, it was just unbelievable.
Snap from Haggerty, and here comes pressure. He is going to get hit as he put the ball. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15 to the 19-yard line. It's Jacob Pugh, a freshman tight end from Tallahassee, Florida.
It was the last play of the game. I hear the coaches on the sideline yelling at me, telling me to go over. So I'm like, oh. So my heart begins to pound even faster, and I'm like, oh, okay. I got one job to do. I'm gonna get it done, and we got it done. We won the game. I like to joke around a lot. I like to joke around a lot. So if you see me, I'm either messing with somebody, laughing at somebody. You know, there ain't too much I do. I just like to have fun and enjoy life. Oh man, Keith Bryant. That's one of my good friends. I mean, he's probably the funniest cat I've met in my life. I mean, he's funny. He keep everybody laughing. Honestly, I respect a lot of the players. You got Nate Andrews. I mean, he's a great person, great player. DeMarcus Walker. Like I said, I love everybody on the team, and it's family.
Look Ahead is presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. Win a VIP experience at knowlescontest.com.
Welcome back to the Jimbo Fisher Show. Coach, this week you get Chattanooga, which is a pretty good team that just won its conference, and it's also Senior Day, which will be special for a lot of players that'll be on.
It really is. First Chattanooga now, they're going to be their top 10. They'll be in the national playoffs. They have always had a great program. They had 2 defensive tackles drafted last, 2 defensive linemen. So they've got the Conference Player of the Year and the quarterback. I mean, they've got great players across the board. And, you know, we all know the Georgia Southerns of the world, the Chattanoogas of the world, the App States of the world. We have to go play a great football game. This is going to be a very good, well-coached football team. And it's Senior Day. The last time those seniors ever walk into Doak Campbell Stadium and play a football game, and we want to make it special for them and the fans. And I hope the fans come support these guys, because this group has a chance. It's won 47 games so far. We have 3 left in 4 years. That's quite a remarkable time, and the tribute to these seniors and what they've done for this football program and putting it back on the national map and the things that went on. This is a very, very special group.
Got a chance to be the winningest senior class in FSU history,
yes,
depending on how
that
things
says a lot.
It certainly does, depending on how things finish up. We'll finish up the Jimbo Fisher Show right after this.
The Look Ahead is presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. Win a VIP experience at knowlescontest.com.
We're talking high ankle sprain here on the Jimbo Fisher television show. We're with Jake File, the head athletic trainer for football. And when you talk about this injury, you're not just talking about the ankle. This is something a little higher.
Right, so a classic ankle sprain involves a few of the ligaments that are really at the ankle that hold the foot to the ankle. The high ankle sprain is talking more about the structures that hold the lower leg bones, the tibia and the fibula together.
What are the activities that you see that really cause this injury?
Generally, you don't see this as a result of just a funny cut. It usually involves a force with that cut. In a normal ankle sprain, somebody's usually rolling their foot in. This is the foot's going out, and there's a blow to the side of the leg or the ankle, generally when you're being tackled, or a blocker falling on the outside of your leg, and it's really twisting that ankle outside.
When you feel it, I mean, it's obviously going to be pain. Is there anything else that you know, hey, I have an injury here in my high ankle?
Intense pain. A lot of players actually say if it happens in a game and the adrenaline's going, and maybe they're going to keep going for a play or two, they'll report to you that I just feel like I can't go. I'm running as hard as I can and I just can't push off of that leg and go. Their pain isn't there yet because there's so much adrenaline going through their body, but they feel the difference in that foot that they're just not letting them push.
What's the best thing to do when you have this kind of injury?
Well, immediately the basics. We're going to ice, we're going to compress, we're going to get you non-weight bearing, put you in a boot. And that's the main thing. These injuries, they take a long time, and the mobilization and taking off the weight bearing is key for a little while.
A long time. What are we talking here for recovery time?
You know, an easy one may take a week or 2 weeks, and if that happens, that's probably our best case scenario for somebody. But it's easy for, especially our bigger guys that have to pound on them. But I should say that all of them. Little guys got to cut, big guys have to pound, and they can take several weeks or over a month.
Do you have to kind of stay off the foot as much as possible? You said low weight bearing, but is it better just to kind of stay off of it if you can?
Yeah, we're going to get them on crutches, and we're going to get them in a boot to restrict range of motion, and we're going to try to unload it because, again, the structure's holding those 2 bones together, so every time you take a step on it and you're pounding it, you're just trying to spread those 2 bones apart and re-damage that structure.
Have you seen long-term effects if you go right away or you go too soon?
We've had guys that we had one of our best offensive linemen in 2013 have this injury in the first game of the season, and it's something he dealt with the entire season. When you can't totally put it on the shelf and just sit down and rest, these guys want to play, we want them to play. So throughout the year, it's something we manage the entire season.
High ankle sprains, that's Jake File. We'll see you guys next time.
Coach, just some final thoughts. Your team, as you've indicated, taken some steps forward. I mean, it was a young or an immature team at the start of the year, so you knew there were going to be some growing pains, but it feels like there's been some progress, and now you want to carry it forward.
There's a lot of it, but the thing we are having progress on is just how to play the game. The tenacity, the intensity. Even the last couple of weeks, I've been extremely proud. We're hitting it right where we want to hit it. We didn't come out successful in one, but we did in the other, and how we got to finish and set the culture. And these seniors reestablishing the culture for what they want it to be, and these young guys for how they want it to be in the future, knowing exactly how we want it done and the way we want it done.
Well, and you can start to see the light go on and some of these young guys grow up too. Florida State will be back at home. Senior Day, as we talked about, a 3 o'clock kick as Chattanooga comes to town at Doak Campbell Stadium. 3 o'clock kick this Saturday. We'll see you next week right here on the Jimbo Fisher Show.
This has been the Jimbo Fisher Show, presented by First Commerce Credit Union. Brought to you by First Commerce Credit Union. Now that's local strong. The Florida Lottery, over $28 billion and counting to education. Just imagine. The Florida Department of Transportation. Drive sober or get pulled over. The energy-saving conservation programs of Tico People's Gas. Coke Zero. You don't know zero till you've tried it. SunTrust, the official bank of Florida State Athletics. Nick's Toggery, provider of Coach Fisher's wardrobe.